Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do. Before we get started, you know how we get down. We got to give a shout out to you, the people, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And please do not forget to turn your post notification bell on so you'll know when your boy is going live or dropping this heat. And the heat is steady dropping. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know we don't do nothing without giving a shout out to our beautiful ladies of the CU aunties. So if you see an auntie in our in our chat when we are live or in the comment section of any one of the videos that you're in, make sure you shout them out, say what's up, and most of all, be respectful because CU aunties are support, dog. They are everywhere and they support everybody. So be respectful. But let's get this party started. Trade talks are back on the airwaves about Shadur Sanders, and that's not happening. So y'all can get that off your mind. Cleveland's not stupid, but let's talk about it. Cleveland's not dumb. Let's make that first things first. Cleveland's not dumb, and there is no way in the world that they want to trade this young man, Shadur Sanders, for what he's worth. But right now, he's not worth much to the Cleveland Browns because they drafted him in the fifth round. And that matters when trying to trade for another person or another player, or when somebody is trying to acquire Shadur Sanders. Right now, they would offer them a fifth, or to be generous, a fourth round pick. And we all know that Shadur Sanders is worth much, much more than a fifth or a fourth round pick. But the trade talks are being flung around. You know, it wasn't just Tony Grossi. It wasn't just the boys at 92.3 The Fan. Pac-Man Jones and his agent were on the scene, and they even brought it up.
The fuck out of there. Yes, hurry up. Speedy trial.
Well, Flacco starts, right, but now every time he screws up, they're going to be calling for Shedeur. Clearly, Kenny Pickett's probably not going to be that guy. So it'll be interesting to see if the Browns can get any value for either Pickett or the Oregon kid. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you're not giving away assets.
Why?
Right?
No, you're not.
Right.
But you would take some. You take it.
Okay.
Whatever, hiding what
so
you
what do you
drafted.
offer? What do you offer?
Third round pick.
And if you're the Browns, do you take a third round pick for Shadur Sanders, who you think might be your starting quarterback, who you now have on the rookie minimum deal for 4 years? If you're Cleveland, you're not giving away at him. You're not trading him for a third round pick. No way. Not a rookie quarterback on a 4-year rookie minimum deal. No way. So trade the Oregon kid or whatever, but you're not trading him for a third round pick. They're going to try to trade one of them. But does anybody?
That's right. They're going to try to trade one of them. But Shadur, even though he was drafted in the fifth round, is still the more valuable of the two, because Shadur projects to be a future franchise quarterback. This is nothing new. We all know the draft grade that Shadur got. We all know that he was projected to go in the first or second round at the latest, by him sliding down to the fifth round and Cleveland selecting him in the fifth round. They secured themselves a good trade value for Shadur. You know, they secured themselves a way to lock Shadur in at a 4-year value for a cheaper price. Now, Shadur has returned to practice on yesterday, worked out, as you see in these clips, back to throwing, back to playing well. And come Saturday, he will be able to add more to his tape while increasing his value. But his value really won't increase until he plays in a live NFL game. That's when his trade value increases. And at that point, I don't think the Cleveland Browns would even risk trading him or giving him up to another team. That would be very foolish of them. But T. Rizzo thinks that Shedeur should just go in the office and say, hey, I don't think you guys are putting me in a position to where I can succeed, and I need to play. And you send me somewhere I can get my football on.
For the first month of the season, we'll see all 4 of them on the roster, unless someone before that comes and asks for Pickett.
Yeah.
Pickett's the only one I think that would be traded.
Well,
I just don't see.
Shefty said that maybe somebody come for one of the rookies. Would they deal one of the rookies?
I really doubt it.
Tony, hold on. If I'm Shedeur, yeah, I might. I know that this kid's not like this, and he probably won't do this. But if I'm him, I'm going to go, guys. He's pretty confident, and there are a lot of people who like what they saw, even though it was one game. I would like to go somewhere I have a chance to play.
Well, that would be a nice exit strategy because it would come off as doing Shedeur a favor. Like
Tony, one's got to go, right? One's got to go, T, to clear this thing up.
At some point, but I'm sorry. I know they don't care. If they were to trade Shadur Sanders now after that preseason performance and he would go on to be good, nobody in this building would survive that.
And that's correct. Nobody would survive it, and everybody would lose their job. Because Shedeur, if you trade him and he goes out and does what everybody knows he's capable of doing and becoming a great franchise quarterback, why would you survive your job and you gave up a quarterback that you drafted in the 5th round and had him on the minimalistic contract, and you could have prepared your team and put your team in a better place? But just because you're selfish and had that attitude and want to protect your 3rd round pick, you got rid of the best guy we had on our staff. But, people out here peopling, man. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what you guys think about this Shedeur trade talk. Should Shedeur go to the front office and ask for a trade? Do you think someone will come for Shedeur very, very soon to the Cleveland Browns for a trade, even after he plays Saturday? Because he's going to play Saturday. No Kenny Pickett on Saturday. Dylan Gabriel, Shadur Sanders, Joe Flacco. All 3 quarterbacks will play on Saturday. Snoop might even get in the game. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm out. Peace.